Good morning, guys. I'm about to take my RS7 in for its first Audi Care service. If you're not familiar with Audi Care, it's kind of the included maintenance plan that Audi offers. You can get them at 10,000 mile intervals. So this still has all four, 15, 25, 35, and 45. I got an oil change recently, but I'm taking it in, doing an oil change again at the dealership, starting up the relationship with this car. Also, there is a recent not minor, some of the cars are major, but there's an issue with the turbochargers, more specifically the oil screen leading to the turbochargers on these 4.0s. It's really seems more common on the S6 and S7s, but pretty much what happens is it gets clogged up and you starve the turbos of oil and they die, and that's a $10,000 job minimum. Apparently the RS7 is a little less common, but it still happens. Some of the remedies people on the forum are saying are you do 5,000 mile interval oil changes, which is what I'm going to be doing. There is a new revision to the turbo oil screen. There's been a couple of them, so I'm going to talk to my service advisor about that. I don't know. There's a TSB like service bulletin out for it. I don't know what revision level my car has on it. Additionally, have them do a check over of the car, do the oil change, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna have the brakes measured, check the rotor thicknesses. We'll see how that goes. Let's cold start the car up and get going. All right, we're at the dealer. Time to go talk to my service advisor. Car is dropped off at Audi Farmington. Spent some time talking to my service advisor, telling him what to look over on the car. So it's getting an oil change. It needs an alignment, hoping that just the basic alignment will work. On cars with adaptive cruise and other driver assist features, it may require extra calibration, which like triples the labor, which results in triple the cost. Want to take a look at the air suspension just to check over everything before the warranty expires. Something's going a little bit weird with the heads-up display. We'll have him look at that, and then we'll get the car back. The purpose of this video is to kind of say how much is the first service on my Audi RS7. Really want to show you guys how much it costs to own a car like this, because again, I bought this car used, secondhand market, so it's not like a brand new vehicle. So it's still an expensive vehicle, but it's relatively more attainable, and it's interesting. You can, there's a difference between being able to buy the car just up front and then be able to own the car and maintain it, because the costs do add up. But we'll see what the costs end up being. We'll hopefully get to talk to the actual tech who works on my car, see what his insights are, having the brakes measured, because they sound, I mean, the brakes are noisy on an RS model in the first place, but on mine is a little excessive. It sounds like I'm in a garbage truck pulling up to a stop, and it's horrible. But we'll have those checked out, see if I need new rotors and pads, because brakes on the RS7 are terrifyingly expensive. Got myself a loaner from the RS7 to the Q7. The perfect vehicle for taking my imaginary kids to soccer practice. JK, just kidding. It's still really nice to have a loaner vehicle for the day, so we'll see how long it takes them, and time to head to work now. All right, we are back at the dealership dropping up the Q7 loaner. I have all the results of the service and what my first service is gonna cost, and kind of the things I had checked out. Once we get the car back, I'll show you guys the form. We'll talk about everything that needs to be done on the car and let you guys know how expensive owning an Audi RS7 is, especially for that first maintenance. Woohoo! Thanks, Jared.
Absolutely, you have a good one. Make sure you drink lots of beer in Germany.
We are back in the RS7. I have it back from the first service I had under my ownership. The first thing I was done was an oil change. So I used my 15,000 mile Audi Care interval. The car's at 22,900 miles, but I'm planning on doing 5,000 mile oil change intervals. It's good for the car, and also this specific, the 4.0 twin turbo V8 that's found in these cars right now has a little bit of an issue that some cars are popping up with the oil screen, and apparently more frequent oil change intervals can kind of help that. It keeps the filters clean, it keeps your oil clean. So I'm doing 5,000 mile intervals, so that is free. That under Audi Care, I have vehicles come with 15, 25, 35, 45, and none of them were used so far. The previous owner did oil changes at independent shops or paid for it himself. So I used the first 15,000 mile oil change, so that was entirely free. Now, other things I was taking a look at. The one thing that wasn't free was the alignment. So when I was on the freeway and the wheel wasn't straight, I knew the car was out of alignment, so that needed to be done. There was a regular price was $200 for an alignment, four-wheel drive alignment. There was a sale for $160, but here's the big thing. On cars with adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, all the driver assist features. There is a possibility that the alignment will throw off those driver assist systems and requires further calibration with special equipment that Audi dealerships have, which triples the labor, which in turn triples the cost. So it could have gone from a $200 alignment to a $600 alignment, which I was praying that didn't happen because I didn't want to pay $600 for an alignment. Luckily, just the four-wheel alignment was done and everything is back into spec, and I did not have to do the $600 one, so calibration was all fine. So you can see everything is green now. So $160 was actually all I had to pay today, but the discoveries of some things with the vehicle that I was kind of aware of are going to lead to higher maintenance costs. My brakes specifically, they are squeaky as hell. Brand new OEM RS7 brakes, actually a lot of Audi and high performance brakes, are known to make some noise, but mine are to the point where it sounds like I'm driving a garbage truck and slowing down. It's really, really bad. It's like a freight train's coming in to a stop. And I knew my pads and rotors might be on their way out, and sure enough, the measurement, the pads don't, let's see, where are the actual numbers? The pads are at 6 millimeters on the front, and the rear they're 8 millimeters. The rotors are at 34.8 up front, min spec is 34.4. The rears are 20.7 millimeters and min spec is 20.4. So my rotors are pretty much almost done. And the scary, terrifying part is if I walk back in an Audi dealer and go, hey, I want all new brakes on my car, please. It'll be anywhere between $4,000 to $5,000. It's really expensive, and there really aren't many options for aftermarket rotors. I want to run OEM type stuff. Either way, even if you go independent online, just the front rotors. I go to ECS Tuning, find the OEM front rotors, no pads, no labor, just parts, somewhere around $1,500. They're really, really expensive on this car. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do, but it's essentially I have the budget, a couple $1,000s right now for a brake job on my vehicle. There are other pads available. I'll talk about that. I actually bought some from Advanced Auto Parts. Funny enough, I was reading on AudiZine, the forum, some people were running these wherever golds on their cars, and one guy took his car on a track day and they lasted fine. So I might try those out, but a couple things to do. So brake job is going to cost a lot on this car. I had them check out the air suspension, everything else, everything checks out fine. My heads-up display is kind of funky. I can show you guys right now. It was kind of hard to see from this angle. It's a little, actually no, it's a little bit blurry. It's got like weird like pixelation all over it. Apparently there might be debris that somehow got into the display itself. So they're working on getting a new one of those. Got to get approval, and then they'll order it. It'll come from Germany, have a new heads-up display, get that fixed up. And then after that, that's pretty much everything in terms of the first maintenance of my vehicle. I'll be back in 5,000 miles for an oil change. The brakes, I will go cry in the corner about how much I have to spend to fix my brakes. But that's the thing, this car is not cheap to own. It's example, worst case scenario, if you include the brakes and a worst case alignment and maybe some other random issues, this could have been a $5,000 service. So you get the budget for it. I want to take care of the car because I'm going to keep it for a while. But there we go. That is how much it costs for my first maintenance interval. Luckily, it was only 160 bucks, but the actual cost is going to be quite a lot higher. Back in the car. I missed this. Dropped it off on Monday, and it is currently Friday. Picked it up. I was rocking the Q7 loaner. Hope you guys like this video. If you have any questions, please comment below. I'll be making many more talking about the ownership of this vehicle. So if you're thinking about getting one, you have an idea of the cost, the things to look for, or if you're just curious about what it's like to own an RS7. I have one now, so therefore I will be showing you guys what it's like to have one. Thanks for watching.